Well, hello. Hello to everybody. How are we all doing? Bit of a false start there to the stream. But Invictus, Pietro, who else have we got? Lucas, Luca. Welcome all. Hamulin, Anthony, Lewis, G-Man. Plenty going on. How are you all going? I hope you're doing very, very well. This is my very first stream off the computer, except for the livery streams, but ignoring that. So I've probably, I would have been streaming an hour ago if it hadn't taken me so long to set all this up. Wayne, welcome to the stream. Great to have you guys here. It's 9:30 PM in the UK. It is 8:30 AM in Australia. I really wanted to start around about that 7:30 AM mark, so that it was at a good evening time for the UK European viewers, and I think it's actually a fairly reasonable time in the US as well for any US viewers. I think it's gee, I want to say it's mid-afternoon somewhere in the US. So, but we're going to see how we go. So there's a couple of things I'm just sort of testing here as we go along. For example, if the audio is a little bit weird, it's very easy adjustment. So if the music's up too high, let me know. If the racing sounds are up too high or too low, let me know. And I'll adjust on the fly. Hamulin, it's 4:30 PM. Yep, there you go. I knew it was going to be a handsome time. What have we got today? Oh, we've got 3 good tracks in a single day. That's unlike Gran Turismo. So we've got a Lancer around. It's going to be a long lap around Interlagos. There's no shortcut there. They're going to be long laps in a road car. Good to see a Group 3 race at Brands Hatch. Unfortunately, it's not the longer one by the looks of it. A little of myself before bed. Cheers from Italy. It's 10:30 PM. Oh, it's getting late there, Luca. It is getting late there. As I say, I was hoping to start this stream about an hour ago. I can see one thing not working, so if you guys just, just talk amongst yourselves for a second there. Just talk amongst yourselves, and hopefully with a little bit of magic, if I work a bit of magic, I might even be able to get chat up on the stream. How about that? Let's see how I go. Who knows? I've done something. But what I've done doesn't appear to be working. You guys aren't seeing chat on the screen, are you? Oh well. I don't know why that's not working, but did my best. You've missed me, Invictus. Well, I've missed you. I've missed you. Sitting there with your popcorn watching one of my streams and the Karate Kid after a day out at the pub. That sounds like a good day, G-Man. Stick around for the first race or two. Nice, nice. I'll best get moving on that. You get to see 5 minutes before work. Well, who works on a Sunday? Am I right? Stupid loop it. Made one for a change. Did. Oh, you make a few. You make a few. You go okay. Well, I have to say to you guys, I'm sorry. I tried to get the in-stream chat running up on the stream, but for whatever reason, it ain't working. So there you go. Something to work on for next time, I suppose. I'm watching you and Batman playing Batman. Sup, Matthew? What is going on? Let's do some practice laps. Let's start from the bottom, or do I work my way to the bottom? No, let's start from the bottom. I'm going to go Subaru Blue on the Lancer. It was working at the beginning, Luca. Okay. Well, I'm not sure I can explain to you why it's not working now. That's not a thing I am able to explain. It was there, but it disappeared. What if I just add that chat straight back on? That will take a minute to load. But we'll see how that goes. Ooh, I need to drive. Now the only thing is, and I'm hoping this doesn't get annoying for you guys, but the one audio issue I couldn't figure out was how to get game audio in my ears, so I'm having to leave it on the telly. So I'm hoping you guys can't really hear it that much and it doesn't irritate you. Jesus, this car is so slow. Oh, and it's not a GT3 car, so it's never going to stop there. Wasn't too bad though. Oh my god, this is going to take forever. These laps are going to take forever. Look at that, I'm changing gear, and it's instantly like not in the right gear. You know what? I've just made a split-second decision just right then at this actual second. So I'm just going to go and do something else. Because they're going to be like 2-minute 40 laps in a shit car that's boring. So let's move on. Let us move on. Let's jump into a bit of Group 3 action. Obviously I'm not going to jump into that race. Been using the Mustang a lot lately, so I'm going to continue to do it. Actually, what I'm going to do, since we've got a bit of time up our sleeves, is go and find a good Mustang livery. Has anyone got any livery suggestions for the Mustang? Samuel, hello. Lewis is eating crisps. What did I say I was going to do? Yeah, discover. Let's go find a Mustang livery. Getting the SR of S is way too easy. I got from B to the top of S in 4 races. Not ready to be there yet. Yeah, okay. Yeah, SR of S does have some bad drivers. I think I tend to agree with you. People seem to bounce up and down far easier than they should be bouncing up and down. Car livery. I really just want to search, don't I? Let's go US Ford Mustang Group 3. Let's see what they got. You have to leave already, G-Man. Big football soccer match in the morning. Need to sober up. Happy racing, guys. Much love. Thanks very much for joining the stream, G-Man. Sorry you've got to go. As I say, I would like to have been on the stream a little bit earlier, but, you know, just sorting out all these technicals. Trying to get this running through the PC for you guys so you can see the chat on the screen, which doesn't work. So that's cool. That's a cool thing. There's a Red Bull livery there. What else we got that's cool? Didn't mean to gloss over them, but oh, there's a Kenny block. Kenny from the block replica. You'll be the first to admit it. You've done one race in SRA and straight to SRS. Yeah. Yeah, what is with that? What is with that? Is that something that they have... Is that something that they've changed in a recent patch to make it super easy to get there? Or what is the GO? Right. I'm trying to do too many things here at once. Let's pick a livery and let's go do some racing. In fact, you know what? I'm just going to go up and just use old Kenny blocks. Hoonigan livery, because why not? It's quick, it's easy, it's there. And I'll continue to look another time. Bob, welcome to the stream. Timberwolf and Aiden Sharkey, welcome to both of you. Now I need to go to my home and change the car livery. Let's get Hoonigan on, and then let's go do some racing at Brands Hatch in the big, massive, mighty Mustang. Okay. So yes, hopefully you guys don't hear this really coming through the television, because that's not what I want. Let's go get amongst it. You'd just gotten to A, got a pole position in the manufacturer's race, and then bam, SR of S. It's not bad going, Luca, but it is very fast, isn't it? Probably shouldn't be able to jump up a class in a single race. And that was after getting a clean race as well. Good morning, Daniel. Welcome to the stream. Great to have you here. Great to have everybody here. Trying to do a early morning in Australia one, although it's not really early morning anymore. It was supposed to be an early morning stream. But I spent so long trying to get my live stream sorted out, so I'm streaming through the PC instead of the PlayStation. How are we up for quality, by the way? Is the quality, for those of you who have been to previous streams, how's the quality go? Is it better? Is it an improvement? Or have I just wasted all of my time streaming off the PC when I could just stream off the stream straight off the computer? Off the PS4 even. I was concentrating. You can't blame me. Driving and talking is hard. Didn't even actually check. Looks good to you, Hemulin. That's good. That's good. I need that that affirmation. Would you say it looks better than off the test floor? Favourite race class, Group 3, for sure. Leela? I never got that right. I never figured out how to say that. But welcome anyway. That is too much grunt. Already half a second down on a lap that wasn't particularly good. But I should actually be able to do it. I'm just going to go join straight in the race. And whilst I'm out there, I'm going to have a look at sort of what other times people are doing, so I know what I'm aiming for in terms of lap times to be competitive. On the PS4, you see FPS drops down here. Okay, cool. Okay. Well, hopefully you're not seeing that today. Seems fine on the other side of the planet, Bob. That's good. Okay, so Speedy Chicken has 123.3. Warren has 125, so I'm aiming for to be better than all of them, obviously. Obviously. Let's see what the top 10 is sitting at. 122.3. 123.3 is probably actually a fairly decent time to chase. But that's okay. Ryan and Ryan. I have the double Ryans in the stream. Great to have you here, gents. I hope you're enjoying your Sunday morning. Well, Ryan Lee's not. Because you're about to go to work, my friend. And that is not enjoyable. Tommy, welcome. What's your opinion on the new Holden V8 supercar? Well, in the Australian supercars, they are all really just skins stretched over a homologated race chassis, so it still just pretty much looks the same to me. Ha! How's that for? That'll trigger some people. That will trigger some people. The grille on the front's not as nice. The more of a slanted not hatchback. What's the word? Like a fastback type look at the back is nicer. But it's going to have the same engine, same drivers, same chassis, same components. It's just got a new skin on it. What I'm looking forward to is this twin turbo V6 version. Holden is Chevy for V8s, right? Well, sort of yes. Sort of yes. They come from the same company, yeah. They're all General Motors. Well, Holden basically doesn't exist anymore. It does in name, so they're going to continue to call General Motors cars sold in Australia. They're going to sell them under the Holden badge, but as a company, it really doesn't produce any cars anymore. So that's what we're sort of talking about previously. Oh, that's too much throt. Previously, the Holden Commodore was an Australian-produced car, sold in America as the Chevy SS. Well, our SS version was, but we had base models and all sorts of models before it. But we're no longer producing any Commodores, and we are importing Opel somethings and putting Commodore badges on. Trying to read chat here. Triggered people saying Holden sucks, Ford is better. Okay. Have they said if there's new stuff in it? In the car itself? I really don't think there is, to be honest. Too bad Chevy didn't make it, so it flopped. Mate, that car was fantastic. And it was fantastic because it was made in Australia. Produced in Australia. That's it, Aiden. Kevin, what'd you miss? Not much. Me fumbling about trying to get this live stream working properly off the PC rather than the PS4 for once. Me stalling with some conversation. And a couple of poor, slow laps while I'm reading chat. I think here's a summary of what you've missed. Oh, I've cocked that corner up. That corner is a bitch, and the Mustang understeers, which doesn't help in that corner. That's a corner where you want a nice, sharp, tight turning front end. So there's a rebranding an Opal. Yeah, they're rebranding an Opal, which is rebranded Vauxhall. That's pretty much exactly it. I think it's only V6 turbo against the Mustang. What Mustang? I don't think there's a Mustang coming to the supercars if you're still talking about supercars. I saw Penske saying that it looks like that's not going to happen, so he's looking around for other manufacturers. So Penske might be dropping Ford. Could also just be a threat to make Ford pull their finger out, because they're dick-arsing around. It might just be him saying, hey, we want a Mustang. If you're not going to make this deal happen, then we're just going to go find another manufacturer that will look after us. So that could well just be a play by Penske to force Ford's hand into getting the Mustang sorted for him. Do I have to get used to this Mustang's understeer again? Is what I need to do. Sup, Piosco? How are you, mate? Hope you're going well. I'm missing apexes like a boss, getting on the grass. It's good. Good times. Oh, look at the understeer there! That just didn't even turn. That just didn't even turn. Laguna Seca and Imola and Spa, they're all yeses. They're just all yeses. They all need to be in the game. But actually I did see, wasn't there a tweet yesterday? Was it a tweet? It was announced somewhere that Gran Turismo has an update coming next week. Now I didn't really look into that too hard to confirm and verify that. So if someone else can do that. But somebody, yes, I did see that there was like a tweet or an announcement somewhere with some pictures of cars that were silhouetted out. I said incoming content next week or something like that. But it's not going to be tracks, I'm sure. It'll just be cars. But well, I could be wrong. Could be a track. Maybe they'll glue Brands Hatch and Suzuka together. Who knows? You go much faster if you stay off the grass. Just a tip for you young players out there. Macau, that'd be awesome. But I just can't see Macau ever being in the Gran Turismo game. It is in Race Room Racing Experience though. And of course, if you've got a Assetto Corsa on the PC, you can download it as well as a mod. I'm missing apexes everywhere like a boss. Are you not entertained? And I still need to find 3 seconds, so don't mind me. You hope they add rain. I just can't see them doing it. I know that there was that quote that said the weather's all in the game already. We just need to implement it, but I don't believe it. I'll believe it when I see it. If they could have had rain in this game, and the engine and the game itself could have handled rain effects without dropping frames like a boss. I believe they'd have implemented it from the start. The fact that they didn't speaks volumes for me. But it would be nice. As would night racing. I think if they're going to implement Le Mans, which surely they will, then they got to introduce night racing. Oh, every now and again I just get absolute bucket loads of understeer like I did then. Doesn't seem to do it every time. Sometimes it grips and other times it just doesn't want to turn at all. It's like a boat. Jeez, I've only got 3 minutes 36 till the race. I should probably really focus next lap. A day-night cycle would be great, yes it would. One that actually changes over time, yeah, exactly. You should be able to start in the morning and then have it go to night time. Samuel, a day-night cycle would be great. One that actually changes over time. That's what I just read out. Hemulin, they really need to bring back the 350Z. Yeah, I agree. Right, but I'm going to concentrate for a lap. See if I can't get at least to 124. Slow around turn 1, not a good start. Slow that turn, half a second down. Perhaps the key is just not to concentrate. Yeah, no, this lap's an absolute abortion, so don't worry about this. I'll go back to chat. Ryan, you're still here. Shouldn't you be gone? I think the thing is competing against Project Cars 2 for whether or not they've done it well. Need to use it as a benchmark. Yeah, Project Cars 2 has done it well, but I just don't feel like the game's that popular. Any given time, you go and check out what live streams are on for Project Cars 2, and there's no one watching them. No one's playing it. It's one of those games people love to say how good it is, but no one's playing it. No one's watching it. I mean, I could run a Project Cars 2 live stream whenever I want it. I've got it. I've barely played it. In fact, I think I paid it for a season pass, and I've now got DLC I haven't even looked at. Nightbot got you there, Daniel. I tried to fix that, but for some reason I've now got 2 versions of Nightbot. So all the changes I made last night is I sat up late trying to get Nightbot sorted, so it wouldn't block you for all your symbols and things like that. Seems to be on a Nightbot not connected to my YouTube channel, and this one is just kind of a lone wolf. Went to log into the Nightbot website, and it sort of made me sign up again and reattach my channel, which was odd. Loaded up qualifying on this daily. Span out instantly, no good. Well, I'm just not going to qualify very well because I didn't manage to do any decent laps. But it is what it is. There's that understeer again. It's really weird. You don't get it every lap. Sometimes it's fine. Sometimes you go the same approach speed. I did go faster, but it's not going to do shite. I doubt I'll qualify top 10 here, so not great, but... Drive Club has decent weather effects. It does, Stupid Loop, but unfortunately it's a bit too arcade for me. It's not my cup of tea. I do own it, and it was good for a bit of fun if you... Yeah, 9th, there you go. I was inside top 10, but it's still not a good position. Kraz, welcome to the stream, mate. Great to have you here. We've got a runaway Nightbot for whatever reason. Can't seem to log into the Nightbot pulling those punches on my channel. So he's just doing his own thing. And the Nightbot I actually gave instructions to doesn't get a gig. So I've definitely got some problems to fix. I'm streaming off the PC, Kraz, so that we can have chat on the screen. And it's not working. So everything's going really well for this first PC-based stream. Piosco, you bought Project Cars 2 for half price, ran it twice. That's it. That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. People love to sort of go, oh, Project Car 2 is great. It's got more tracks, it's got more cars, it's got the weather effects, it's got the day-night cycle, and these things are all true. And it looks great as well. But no one's playing it. Nobody is playing it. For whatever reason. You're not saying it's a great game, but no. Well, the thing is, Ryan, it's actually not a bad game. Project Cars 2 is like... When you sort of go, okay, what sucks about Project Cars 2? You don't have a massively long list. I don't know what it is about it. I don't understand, but people just are not playing it. And I'm one of those people. I am one of those people. Evening, Deacon. Great to have you here. I think Project Cars 2 is awesome, but you need to play it on PC to get the best out of it. Well, I do have it on PC. That's where I've got that. That's where I've got a Assetto Corsa. Samuel, imagine if GT introduced the 2021 Danish F1 GP track instead of some classic tracks. Never going to happen. Gran Turismo lives in the past, not the future. There you go. Piers goes on to the tweet from gtplanet.net. I see what you've done there because you can't share links. Yeah, understood. AI sucks. Well, welcome to every racing game ever. What AI doesn't actually suck? I'm starting at 8th, someone dropped out. That guy was very slow into turn 1 and then closes me off. Oh, and lagging. Fantastic. And I can also get the down arrow for it. Oh, that's not good. So anyway, last 5 laps to fix it. It was strange, it just snapped sideways then. Anyway, it is what it is. First race of every live stream is my worst by a mile. So it's fine, you gotta blow the cobwebs out. Just gonna try and build on a good race from here. Unfortunately, Brands Hatch is a bitch of a track to overtake on. An absolute bitch of a track to overtake on. Without running people wide. Good. I was about to say that guy's going to spear into me, but he ghosted. Oh! Tried to get out of his way, but unfortunately, SR's taking a battering this race. He had the wobbles up, he wasn't getting any traction down, and I caught him very quickly. But as I say, where the hell do you overtake? At Brands Hatch. Or do you just do that, pile the pressure on until they get out of your way? Oh, that wasn't very well done. Right, let's see how much further up I can get. Well, I'm not making as much of an inroads on these guys as I would have liked. Kind of thought I'd immediately catch the back of them, but it's going to take me half a lap, and I've only got 5 laps, so... Certainly not going to live up to the expectation of the number on my car, which is a bit hard to tell. It's either a 5 or a 7. Someone's had a spin. It's top 10, but he's got the run on. I might try it on it, you know. Oh, I've come in deep. Come in well deep, actually. Not my finest overtake, but I got it done. Kept it clean, no contact. Oh yeah! And I'll lose it all coming out of that corner. Just a bit eager to get on the throt. This is a sketchy area to be side by side, but we got it done cleanly. Oh, crippling understeer in the Mustang. Oh, and I've copped a hit from behind. That's dispersed me out into the gravel. Nicely done. Comeo pan. That's one way to get rid of people. Just sort of shove them out into the gravel, and then you're right, aren't you? Might even come back and do this race later in the stream, do it again. And I might choose a different car. See if I can at least pinch this guy's spot. I'm not going to be able to, am I? I'll try it on into the last corner though, if I get a good run out of here. Don't think I'm going to be close enough. Oh, and he covered it anyway. I'll slow down and make sure he wins. Hugged the inside line, hoped he'd run a little bit wide. I gave him a little tap. But I slowed down. Let him have a win. So, there you go. Blowing the cobwebs out for race 1. Rubbish race. But it's just so damn hard to overtake at Brands Hatch. Once you're behind, you're pretty much screwed. Because you just can't get past people. Just reading back through the chat here, just so you know why I've gone quiet. We'll jump out and do some other stuff. Porsches everywhere, Tommy. There's a few. There's a few. Right. Group 4 at the Nürburgring. Game, my favourite. My favourite Group 4 car, BMW. Found it. Love it. 787B was an awesome car in GT5, that it was. Hemulin, you'd say between 150 boards. What were you talking about there? Did I miss something interesting? Must be a lot of cobwebs. There was a lot of cobwebs, Kraz. Yeah, look, I do actually love Brands Hatch as well, but first race of the day. It is what it is. Your favourite racetrack, Deacon, is Interlagos? I've noticed that. I've noticed you suggest Interlagos a few times. It doesn't surprise me it's your favourite. Now I've got to get used to the feel of this because this isn't going to go, brake or turn as well as the Group 3 car. But we'll see how we go. This is the longer one too with tyre wear from memory. Group 4 does not make a good third, like the longer, I don't know if it's Gran Turismo, I call it the daily endurance race, because 8 to 10 laps is certainly not an endurance race, but you know what I mean. Group 4 is not a good class to have in it because they don't burn enough fuel. If they have Group 4 as the longer race of the day, they should increase tyre wear and fuel burn, because you can pretty much just do this race without pitting. If my memory serves me correctly from last time I did this. Your favourite's the Nürburgring? Well, let's be honest, we don't have a lot of tracks to choose from, do we? Wide into there straight up, didn't brake quite as hard as I'd hoped. As I say, it will take me a lap or two to adjust to the Group 4 cars. If you had the flashing brake sign, what's the flashing brake sign? They definitely need to mix up the daily races a bit, I've got to say. But I do fear, whatever Gran Turismo do over the next couple of months, if they don't introduce some new tracks for people to race on, it is going to get very, very stale. Because there's only so many times you can race around the same half a dozen tracks. Especially considering how narrowly focused their dailies are. The one-make races are generally just shitty road cars, which I know for some people do love the road cars, and that's fine. But a lot of us just want to race in racing cars, and you typically get one Group 3, one Group 4, but not always. It's typically what you get. I just think they need to mix up the formula. The game's been out for a couple of months now. And if they don't want it to get super stale and everyone leave, much like what happened in their last game, when they were still releasing, I was getting notifications that Vision GT cars were coming out like a year and a half after I stopped even thinking about that game. I think I'd moved on to the PS4 and packed the PS3 in the cupboard, and I was still getting notifications that Vision GT cars were being released. I think Polyphony Digital just are a little bit slow sometimes. They rush for nobody. But we'll see what comes out next week. You got a 106.2 Krasn started first. Okay, cool. Well, I'll see what I can do. What have I done? A 207.8. Am I up this lap? I'm a second up, so it should at least get me in the 206s. There you go, it's 206.5, so hopefully that gets me somewhere up there then. A lot of oversteer there. Just throwing it through the first section. I'm actually after second up. Yippee bro, GP bro, welcome to the stream, great to have you here. Thanks for coming along. Thank you to everyone who's currently joining me. Bit of a weird time, I know, for my Australian fans. A lot of you, it's going to be quite early in the morning for you guys. You're going to be busy on this beautiful sunny Sunday morning. But I try and sneak these early ones in if I can for my European and US subscribers, to make life just a little bit easier because you can view it at night. Although I would have liked to have started a bit earlier. I've gone pretty loose with the track limits this lap, but it's working for me. Lost a little bit out of the last turn there. There's a 205.8. Hopefully that gets me somewhere up there. No, it's a great time on a Sunday, Kraz. You know what I actually do need to go and do? join the race because I'm not actually in the race. That'd be a good start, wouldn't it? I was like, how long have I got till the race starts? And then realised I hadn't joined it. That's okay, we've got 8 minutes. We're all good here. Everyone's happy. Good old UK shit weather guaranteed. Yeah, does seem to be that way. It is winter, to be fair. We are in the middle of summer over in Australia, so our weather should be good. Kevin, when are you going to do subscriber livery video again? Good question. I have no idea. I did that one because a heap of people made Charlie Roscoe liveries, and I thought as a nice little thank you to my subscribers at the time, I thought I'll make a little New Year's Eve thank you video featuring those liveries. But I hadn't really spared it another thought. I'm certainly not going to ask people to make more Charlie Roscoe liveries, because that's just all starting to get a bit self-involved at that point, isn't it? Rarely get water shortages. That's it, Bob. We do get them. We get total fire bans a lot. I think this whole weekend is a total fire ban, which means technically, if you sort of live out of town a bit, which I don't, I'm in suburbia, so it's fine. But if you live out of town a bit, you're not even allowed to use a chainsaw or a lawnmower in a total fire ban. You did some testing, Jamie. Okay, I'll check it out. I'll check it out. So anyway, what's everyone up to? What is everyone up to here? It's great to have you all here on the stream. Bit of a different time. How have you all been going in Gran Turismo? Are you getting better? Are your rankings going up? Are you still playing it much? Are we starting to see people tire of it, or are people just sort of getting well and truly embedded? Well, I got outdone there by Moldovich as well as Speedy Chicken. Bit disappointing, really. Contemplating if you should join the daily race with me, Anthony. And you're about to drive to work. Aren't you like massively late, Ryan? Shouldn't you have gone like an hour ago? Pit at the start of the 5th lap. Alright, Kraz, will do. So you reckon a pit stop is on, Kraz? You don't reckon I should try and do this in a single race? Lose too much time with tyres, or put tyres and fuel? Daniel, you got bored of it, so Daniel, you're saying you no longer play Gran Turismo, is that right? You're getting worse the more you play. I don't believe that. You're getting better. I believe in you. Maybe it's just that everyone else is getting a little bit better at a faster rate. But yes, that's what I'm a little bit afraid of, because obviously I like Gran Turismo. Go out and do another couple of laps and see if I can find a bit more time. Go all in, you reckon, Kraz? Alright. The top 3 didn't pit, okay. Jamie, you had a bender last night trying to recover, yeah. Watching you, I missed 3 days because of work. I haven't got enough people to race against. F1 2017 has tempted you a lot. Quali laps the whole time. 207.1, George, not bad. The only thing, Deacon, I think, like I'm led to believe Formula 1 2017 has died in the arse quite a bit. I know even some of the F1 YouTubers have kind of been going, my videos have lost a lot of views, like they're not getting anywhere near as many views. I think the game is sort of not hanging on to people like previous ones have. So, whether or not you struggle to get online lobbies and such, I don't know. I think in Australia I would. We always tend to run out first because there's less of us. If F1 2016 is anything to go by, the only servers I'll find are European servers where the ping is horrendous and their net coding is not that good. The question is if Gran Turismo is getting a bit stale for you guys. Which I suspect it is. I mean, even my own live streams themselves, you know, are losing numbers. I know not everyone's is. I haven't really checked out how people like Zed are getting along. They seem to be going fine. But I've noticed that my numbers have dwindled a little bit on the live streams with Gran Turismo. So if people are getting a little bit bored with it, what else would you watch? What would you turn up for? If you saw a live stream pop up with, say, Project Cars 2, I really doubt many people would show up, judging by other Project Cars 2 live streams. But, you know, Assetto Corsa, Dirt Rally, Automobilista, these are all games I've got. But would anyone actually turn up and watch? Is it worth me even doing these live streams on those games? People have gone back to school. Have they really? Isn't school February? I think I've said this before. I thought school went back in Feb. But yeah, that's also going to be a thing, Kraz, 100%. No doubt about it. People returning to school, returning to work from holidays. Similar scenario. Timberwolf, what's ETS2? Am I being silly there? Is that the dumbest question on the internet today? Play GT Sport for a rush and ETS2 for a chill. Ah, Euro Truck Simulator 2, gotcha. Gotcha. Don't actually have that myself. I've watched Ryan play it a few times. Just for chills, as you say. Just don't know if it's the kind of game I could really, given that I don't have that much time anyway. Just don't think I have the time to sink my teeth into that. In a previous life I probably would have done. You could watch me if I would have played Farming Simulator. Best of luck with that to you, sir. I find it highly unplausible that I would be at any point playing Farm Simulator. My wife plays a lot of Heyday. Maybe I could get a stream going on that. No, I wouldn't. That was a JK. Warren, welcome to the stream, mate. Great to have you. Can you take us through a commentary of your lap? Oh, I don't know any corner names. I like to learn corner names before I do flying laps. Did a couple of flying laps. I quite like the videos. They were not popular at all, but I made a couple of videos back before Gran Turismo launched on Formula 1 2016, I think it might have been, and maybe on 17 as well. A couple of flying laps. where I made sure I knew all the corner names right. Oh, that's the end. That was a good lap too. Damn it. How about fishing simulator? Oh, for sure. If I can get a rod that works like the Wii. If I can get a fishing rod that works. Oh, no good. Only 6. I feel like that last lap I would have shaved. Well, I was half a second up at second 3. So it probably would have actually... Geez, that might have been good enough for 3rd place. And I follow Kraz's advice though, because Kraz is used to... He uses hacks. He's fairly quick usually. So if he reckons that's the go, then that's what I'm going to do. Goat Simulator. I've got Goat Simulator. Never played it. Have it, but never played it. A Candy Crush live stream. Wouldn't that be just mind-blowingly entertaining, Matt? You would love that. Everyone would love that. I would probably get 1,000 concurrent viewers if I did a Candy Crush live stream. I don't see it going any other way at all. Or even some tips as you go through your lap. Yeah, okay. I could probably do that. Suzu GT is good. He is good. He's fast. As is Speedy Chicken, mind you. Both of those two are very, very quick races, and quicker than myself, and certainly quicker than myself while I live stream. And what I mean by that is, if I want to save myself, if I want to go about at least half a second quicker, all I got to do is not live stream, and suddenly I find pace. I don't know why, I just do. Just try not to spin out. Yeah, that's a solid tip, Kraz. That is a solid tip. Play big rigs over road racing on stream. Big rigs. Got to deal with this hangover. Watch the stream later. No worries, Jamie. Thanks for the show. You're a legend, mate. I love GT. And we'll play it for the next couple of years. Nice one, Jamie. Thanks for jumping into the stream, mate. Appreciate your kind words there. It's always good to have you here. Thanks for stopping by. Moldovich, I got a grand slam in this race last night. Good job. Good job. Are you in this... No, I saw you somewhere before, didn't I? You play GT nearly every day. If you get bored, there's a track you like for a long race. Yeah, don't qualify so many places you can make up. It's the worst driving game. What's the worst driving game? 1,000 mile per hour in reverse. Oof. Thanks for starting me on RavenProDesign in second, Gran Turismo. Appreciate your work. You've done well. Okay, very gingerly through the first corner. No offense to any redheads. Who happen to do everything in their life gingerly. Well, short shifted too early then. She actually created a bit of slippage with the tyres, which is why I ran wide. Try and get on the throttle as early as I can up a hill. If you get your line right, should be able to hold it flat up through here, which I do. I've got a good run on, so I might even try for a sneaky overtake here. He didn't see me, unfortunately, bumped into me. Oh, I saw him go the dive there, down the radar. That's something a lot of people do at that track. If you get up the inside on the left-hander like I did, down the right-hander, a lot of cheeky people just slam it up the inside and it just shoves you wide. And there's nothing you can do about it. And they get to keep the spot, it doesn't push them wide. Oh no! Half spin, half spin. 2 spots down, got to do it all again. Just got up too high on the curb there. Spun the back wheels. No livery stream, Kevin. You're right. Actually, I didn't this week, did I? Well, someone's had a massive dive bomb. I saw him coming a mile back. Still have my wheel locked, trying to turn myself around when the game grabbed me. So that was cool. So whoever that dickhole was, I saw in my radar, but there was nothing I could do. He came from a mile back and just slammed into me. And he's actually got away before me. So not overly happy with that. That's a bit of a shit move. He's just missed his braking marker by about a kilometre. And now we've got to pick up the pieces. I'll be up against it now. At least want to get 8th. It's what the number on the car says, so that's what I need to improve my driver rating, or at least not hurt it. This guy's lagging balls, but I'll see if I can get this slipstream. Start on the outside, hopefully switches back across in front of me, which he does, and I'll make the old switcheroo to the inside, and he's overshot that by, whoa, big lag, panic, panic, big lag and a panic. And a penalty for cutting that. I didn't know what the hell was going on there, cars flew everywhere. It's not my day, is it? It is not my day. It is not my day. I'm wondering if I change up the pit strategy at all. I need to catch up to the back of these guys. I think Kraz said 5. Start a lap 5, so I'm going to try and stick with that, although I'm going to be flat out doing much with it now. It's always disappointing when your race goes to hell like that. Spun at turn 1 by some dickhead dive bombing. Copped a bit of rubber banding, so all I can do from here, put my head down, race as hard as I can, see if I can recover a semi-respectable position. Still going to aim for number 8, that's what's on my card, it's what I need to save my driver rating. As I continue to try and get that towards A. I do have Rainbow Six Siege, Kraz. I really haven't played it much. Kind of saw it on YouTube and went, yeah, that looks cool. And then I bought it and was like, you know what, I can't be bothered. It's pretty much just like Counter-Strike, another game I can't be bothered with. So I've got it. But I don't play it. Should do the Crew 2. What's I don't even know what the Crew 2 is, to be honest. I'd have to look it up. CSGO is boring like COD. Yeah, it is a bit. And for me, Rainbow Six Siege is just in the same sort of category. Well, this is lap 4, so the end of this is the start of lap 5. So this is, I'm going to pit at the end of this lap, which is good timing because I've just caught the pack. And hopefully they don't pit right in front of me. But I'm not even half a tank of fuel through. So I'm really only pitting for tyres. I'm not going to need to put much fuel on. Are you sure the pit strategy works well, Kraz? I'm blind faith in you here. Nope, I'm still here. No, you can't just lean on me. That guy has no spatial awareness because I was directly next to him and he wasn't aware that I was there. And I think that lack of spatial awareness is why so many people run into you, if I'm being honest. But I'm going to pit against better judgment. But Kraz the Hacksman told me it's a good idea, so I'm going to do it. And then we'll decide if I should listen to him in the future. Hards on. Don't need much in the way of fuel. I'll go to 4.5 laps and then stop. The majority will pit. Okay, cool. Okay, so we have someone in support of Kraz the Hacksman. There's more than enough fuel. I didn't actually mean to put that much in. Now I need to be super fast on this outlap so I can give everyone the undercut. And also a little bit of drift, that always helps fresh out of the pits, which is obviously why I did that. This guy's lagging balls. Don't know where this guy was, how far up the road he was, but as I say, the outlap is really important to use now that I've got tyres that have got actual grip, to go as fast as you can, so that when people, so that basically my outlap is faster than the other cars in lap, and that's what an undercut means. You pit early to get fresher tyres so that you can be faster and gain enough of an advantage that by the time they get out of the pits, they're behind you. That's my plan. I've probably been a bit slap happy pushing a bit hard here, but should have a decent run on him then, because it looked like he got a bit of oversteer. But I don't. Oh, this is going to be sketchy. Get out of the way. Well, we'll see what happens here. It'd be nice if these two had a little incident. I could just sneak through cleanly. He braked about a week earlier than I expected him to, and earlier than he needed to, but it's okay. Once I actually avoided the collision, normally when that happens, I go straight into the back of him. Get going, get out of the way. Why are you so slow? Not slow in a straight line though, are you, mate? He's just held the defensive block line through there. Put himself right in the middle and went nice and slow. Problem is that Ferrari's a missile. I'm not getting any momentum on him into the straights. So just gonna have to keep working on him. Looks like a lot of people haven't pitted yet. Like, Ferrari really does launch beautifully out of the corners. Not short of horsepower. Unfortunately, I'm quicker than him in all the areas that don't allow me to overtake. If I can get a good run here. I think I'm too far back. Oh, okay. There's a bit more rubber banding. This race has actually been pretty irritating with the rubber banding and the lag. You can't race close and clean if the cars are going everywhere. It just ends in an accident. Tried to get on the throttle as early as I could to get a run on him, but I might have actually tagged his slipstream here. Oh, he just snipes the nose off. Oh, and I got an SR penalty. This guy is definitely putting the block on as hard as he can. But yeah, it looks like a lot of people didn't pit, and I haven't managed to find my way up any further than 10th. I really just wanted 8th. But it's, as I say, it still to me it looks a lot like a lot of people didn't pit. The 3 of us did, 9th, 10th and 11th all pitted, but I don't think anyone further forward did. If I had more laps, I'd be right, because I've just caught, I think, nearly 2 seconds on this guy, just since I've overtaken. Since I've overtaken old mate, I think I've gained 2 seconds on 8th, but it doesn't matter. Because this is the final lap. Missed the apex there. Way too much fuel, which I called when I pitted. I was looking at the chat and not concentrating on the fuel. There you go, I think I've taken 3 seconds off in this lap, off 8th place. And that's just since I overtook old mate, so I reckon he's stayed out on his old crappy tyres, but it doesn't matter, it's got the job done for him. Everyone's saying watch out for the dive bombing. Yeah, unfortunately. Well, that's why I was there. I shouldn't have been in 9th. Oh, Luca, was that the guy who dive bombed me in turn 1, was it? Is that the guy that ruined my race? I didn't even realise, I forgot. Oh well, that's okay. 2 wrongs don't make a right and all that. But I think not pitting is probably the way to go there, and trying to conserve your tyres. It's going to be the quicker one. Now, what race haven't I done? I've done both of those two, but they've both been pretty average actually. So I reckon I might, because unfortunately, being this time of day, this might be a good time of day for Europeans to do. Oh, let's go. See what crappy car I won. It was a recovery drive, Moldovich, you're right. Unfortunately. Drop fuel power ratio to 2 maybe. Look, I don't reckon. Oh, excellent. I've actually won something good. I'm actually pretty happy to win that. I'm not even lying to you. I'm glad to be winning that. Because I have won bugger all Group 1 cars. But what I was going to say is, unfortunately, given that it's the morning for me, these races are not available. Any of these FIA races, which I'd normally like to jump into, I've got to wait till literally 10 PM tonight. So I've got to wait 12 hours before any of these unlock. You pitted from pole with an 8-second lead and had to re-overtake the cars that went for a no-stop. Yeah, the thing is, George, the critical piece of information there is that you were leading by 8 seconds when you pitted. So you already weren't losing as much time. You wouldn't have dropped too far back in the pack, and then you had faster tyres. So in that sense, I completely understand why you would pit, and I would agree with that. But I think back where I was, stuck in the pack, having got spun at turn 1, I reckon I was better off just sort of trying to recover what I could, look after my tyres, and get to the end. But that's okay. Trial and error. Gazoo is a great name. Not as bad as NZ times. Daniel, what's 12 AM to 4 AM? Really? That is disgustorous. Europe's FIA finished 2 hours ago, 9 PM last race. Yeah, okay. Right. So yours finish at 9 PM. See, my times aren't great. They're 10 PM, 11 PM, midnight, and then 1 and 2 AM. Which are not too bad, especially for the night hours. Average race. Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate that, mate. Glad to tune in. How's work going for you? Do tell. How much you enjoying work? Livery stream sometime this week? Yeah, absolutely. I think we did a livery stream last Sunday night, though. So technically, if you're the kind of guy who counts Sunday as day 1 of the week, I did do a livery stream. Just saying. You liked it when it was 10 PM to 3 AM? Yeah, I reckon. Be better than what you've got now. Yeah, yours starts at 5 PM GMT. That would be nice. I wish mine started at, I'd say 6 or 7. 6 or 7 PM would be the key times for me. You gotta go, Luca? Can't wait for the Bathurst 1.2 hour. That's gonna be a thing. Gonna make that happen, Luca. Thanks for joining the stream, mate. Appreciate that. Have a good night's sleep. Anthony, feel sorry for New Zealand. Majority of your NZ mates stopped playing FIA because of it. Yeah, and look, I don't blame them. to be perfectly honest, if 12, I'd do the odd midnight race. But if I had to wait until midnight to do any of them, then yeah, I wouldn't be doing many. I'd do a couple. Tuesday's your day one. That's odd, but okay. Your weekend must be Sunday, Monday. 8 PM would be fine. The Weeb. Hi, welcome. The timing are horrible. NZ times FIA races at midnight to 4. Yeah, haven't managed to race one. Yeah, that sucks, Warren. It does suck. It's not a good time. Well, I've got a question. What am I going to do next? Do I go back and try and do the Brands Hatch and Nürburgring races better? So go and repeat, pick a different car for those two and see how we go. Or the only other thing I could do, and I'm not entirely sure anyone would be interested in watching it, under the campaign, don't look at all those, ignore them, they all say 100%. If I go down to the endurance race, I did that one but not the Porsche. I made a video about the Group 1 prototype endurance race to see if I could make it hard for myself. So I sort of tried to make it as hard as I could to make the AI competitive. Would anybody be interested in watching me do the Porsche one? It is only a road car though. I have to point that out, and it goes for an hour. So maybe I just go and repeat. What's the one at Interlagos, Decom? It's a bloody road car. It's a Lancer road car, one make series. So they're going to be like 2 minute 40 laps. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. I think we're doing rinse and repeat. I think we're going to go and have another crack at these same things. It's okay. Hopefully I can provide some better quality racing to you guys. You wish you were logged on now? What for? What for, Deacon? If the rank was numbers like 3000 SR, better than letters. I think what you're saying there, and I don't disagree with you, is that to have 5 rankings that cover everyone that's playing this game, if that's right, I think there's 5. Anyway, it doesn't really tell you a lot about it. And someone could be a rank of S. Actually, how long have I got? 57 seconds. No, I'm not going to be joining that one. I'm not going to do 2 races in a row. They're both 53 seconds. But that one I just feel like is going to be boring as batshit. So I'll probably do some practice and then do the next one. Try and get some decent times out. Someone asked me to do it in the Citroen. I don't think I own the Citroen. I do not. Oh, you are an Evo fan. Even the road car? You're off to bed, Bob. No worries. Thanks for joining the stream, mate. Much appreciated. I think top 10 is unrealistic in the Asia region. Never, Daniel, never. I've got lots of top 10s and wins. He's got to push. Take the BMW Z4 around Brands. That does sound lovely, actually. When you say that, it does sound lovely. But what's the time? 10 AM. I am conscious that obviously I jump on for an early morning stream to make sure that I can get at least one stream in an evening / night time for my European and US subscribers. So that's what that's about. But I am conscious that once we get to a certain point in my morning, it's going to get too late. So I won't let the stream drag on too long, but I might try and at least do 1 or 2 more races while I've still got some of you guys hanging around. I do wish, Daniel, that they would ban the counter steering assist. I don't like it. Or I think there needs to be a couple of different divisions. They need to break the daily races up into divisions, and within those divisions, you're going to have people with no aids, people with some restrictive aids. So you might have one where it's just completely no aids at all, no traction control, no ABS, no nothing. It's raw, and just call that Division A or something like that. Then you've got Division B, which maybe, say it gives you light ABS, and let's say it gives you a traction control maximum of 1. So that at least it's sort of, and that's like Div B, right? But nothing else, everything else is turned off. Then in Div C, it's open. So you can have all the aids you need. You're going to have TC, ABS, and that's where you can have your counter steering assist. And ultimately, what you can choose where you want to race. So if you want to race in Group C, then no worries. If you're, and again, if you want to race in Group A, then no worries at all. But it would help separate people into more appropriate categories. Of course, the risk there is, with the unfortunate lack of content within this game, it is also going to, you don't want to hit the grass there, but sweet drift, bro. I'm in Need for Speed now. Unfortunately, with the lack of content in this game, I think it would split up their players a bit too much. And I think you'd find that maybe people that want to be in the A class, for example, would end up having to race in the B class, or the B class in the C class, or maybe both A and B would have to race down in the C class because there's no numbers. Otherwise, you're racing against 4 people in your A class, or Div A, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if that string of words I just said then makes sense, but that's what I'd like to see, just so that we can separate out those people using counter steer assist and all aids. But don't just have 2, don't just have one with aids turned on, because there's a massive difference between someone using TCS on 1 and ABS on low versus someone with TCS on 3, ABS on high, counter steer assist on. Like, I mean a skill gap, not necessarily lap time pace-wise, but in terms of a skill gap, there is a massive difference. So don't just have 2 divisions. And surely the pros would love that. Surely the good guys. I suppose you could probably put driver rating restrictions on Class B and A as well, so you don't have any trolls going in and ruining other guys' races. So maybe you could say, you know, to be in Div A, you have to have a SR of S. I think that's probably fair enough. And maybe to be in Div B, you have to have an SR of, what's before S? A, was it? Just to try and help keep the damaging people out of those divisions. But yeah, I'm just concerned that numbers could be an issue. Because I think from here on out, from this point, obviously the game would have had a bit of a boost of players during the Christmas season, because a lot of people would have got this game for Christmas, which is great. But I think with the lack of content, Christmas holidays being over, I think their player numbers are going to dwindle a bit. And even I've noticed, like these daily races I've done today, I haven't had a full lobby yet. So it's the first time I've probably gone and haven't got a full lobby at all. I've only been having sort of 12, 13 people, so to me already that says the numbers are down. Tell you what I am going to have to do is take a very quick break. But what's everyone saying here? Let me go back and have a bit of a look. To be honest, I don't mind the people that use the counter steer assist. If you're playing a racing game, your goal is to be the fastest inside of the rules, not track cutting and stuff. And the assists are fair game, so you can't blame the ones that use them. I don't blame them for using them at all. People are more than welcome to use them. That's absolutely fine. But I also think that there needs to be a couple of different skill divisions to separate out those folk. You think at the end of the week they should reset the whole top 10 list. See, what I would like to see is actually a permanent top 10 list, or a permanent top 1,000 list of people in daily races doing lap times. I actually want the opposite. I want to go and be able to go, okay, well, I was here 2 weeks ago in the Mercedes and I did a 122. And that's put me 1,018th overall in the world. If that's what I want to see, I want to see proper leaderboards and proper ranking boards, rather than just sort of going, who's got the top 10 times? Yeah, okay. And that, I think that is only that for the daily race. That resets daily. So I'd like a longer term leaderboard saved as well. You think the game died back in November or December? No, look, I disagree with that, Daniel. I have had full lobbies pretty much through the, November, December periods. At the start of January was very good. It's just now that it's starting to drop off. Tommy, you're a controller user, but you've managed to get TCS down to 0/1 depending on the card, so that's good. And again, that's why you should separate. I've got nothing against people that use TCS on 3 or ABS on high or counter steer assist. That's fine. But yeah, I just think that you should separate out the people doing it with different sort of levels. Obviously, you can't have a division for every setup, but if you sort of have 3, an open class where you can just use any aids you need, and then the idea is you practice up, you get a little bit better, so you can turn those assists off, move your way up to Division B, practice there for a while, and if you really want to get serious and get good, you can go up to Div A, which would have no aids on at all. Deacon, the issue I think is that it's a considerably online based rather than being a decent offline. It's not at all, and to be fair to them, Deacon, they did say before the game launched that this game was focusing on online. They said that there was really no offline career at all. They obviously have patched that in since. I might go and try and join the actual lobby if I can. They've obviously tried to patch that. They have patched that in since. Not that it's really a full... Not that it's a full career mode. It's a career light, I suppose you could call it. But they did say from the get-go that this was very much focusing on online. I think that really what they're trying to do is recreate the sort of thing that iRacing's got, but on the console. I think that's where they've got their inspiration from. That's my opinion anyway. In the Oceania regions, lobbies are always full at night, so popularity is still strong. Yeah, look, I do agree, Warren. It is the time of day as well. The fact that it's 10 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday morning, weather around the country is pretty nice at the moment, so people are going to be out enjoying that. So I do get that for sure, but I have noticed in other evenings as well that we're still not getting full lobbies, we're getting 14, 15s. So just an observation. But I don't think the game's in any danger yet of not being able to find a lobby with more than a few people in it. I don't think that's a risk. I think it's easy to reach rank S, just play clan, and that's why I hate the rank system. Yeah, that is true, but I think that's where driver rating comes into that as well. The driver rating is not a quick, fast process, and you can't just kind of scab your way to the top either. George, I think the idea is good, although I also think it'd be complicated to implement as well. Well, yes and no, it really shouldn't be. If you go into your daily races and before it shows all your daily races, it just says which division. And if you're eligible, you pick Division A. If you'd rather pick Division B, then do that. Otherwise, you just go open class or open division or what have you. So you just pick that on the way in, and then the servers will automatically, it won't even look for other rooms. It's just you're in that division now. And if you want to go into Division B, you go back out to the main menu, re-enter your online lobbies, pick Division B, and then you're amongst it there. Warren, like the global ranking, Charlie. Top 10 for each race, but also a global regional ranking. Yeah, I don't even want regional. Okay, if you could break it down, it's only analytics. It wouldn't possibly be hard to break down the regions. Give me a full one in-game that I can just go and say, okay, Brands Hatch, who's the fastest person that's ever done Brands Hatch for a daily race, so with BOP turned on and tuning turned off. So who's the fastest? Because obviously we've had Group 3 races at Brands Hatch before. They're rinsing and repeating flat out because there's not that many tracks. So I want to go to the global leaderboard and go, well, what's the fastest time ever been done around Brands Hatch in a Group 3 car for a daily race? And then I want to be able to find my time and go search by me, and then I'm 10,008 or whatever the hell time I am. And then sure, if you divide it by regions, okay, where would I rank in the European region? Where would I rank in Oceania or what have you? You wouldn't think that'd be that hard to manipulate the data. You knew a friend that played 15 minutes and sold it on Facebook? What, Gran Turismo? GP, if I did an open lobby tonight, would you join it? Well, I'm considering even doing a live stream myself tonight, so we'll have to see how we go. I certainly won't say no, but I won't say yes either. Ha! I'd want to have the option to see their replay as well. Yeah, I agree with that, to make sure they're not cheating. The SR and DR rankings, I think that the SR ranking is important, but the DR is more important. You've got to have balance between them. Can't have SE or an ES, but still driver rating is way more important. It is and it isn't, yeah. Yeah, they sort of tell you two different things about the driver, though. But anyway, I'm going to take a very quick 1 minute break. Don't go anywhere, I'll be right back. I'll do some more qualifying laps and then we'll start. Then we'll get into this race. Alrighty. Thanks for your patience there, guys. You're going to go to sleep, Kev. It's midnight. Good night. Well, thanks very much for joining the stream. I do appreciate that. Thanks for stopping by. I know it is getting very late. In fact, and Deacon, you got to go to bed as well. No worries at all. Thanks for joining. Again, wanted to do an early morning stream to suit my European friends and American friends. But it is starting to get late, so I might actually make this the last race of this stream. And I might come back later on tonight and do another stream. Alright, better get out there and try and actually cut a decent lap time. 125.6 is my quickest. I'd like to get a 124. We'll see how we go. The big BMW Z4 is a beautiful car to use, actually. Did not handle that corner well. You need some beauty sleep as well, Tommy. No worries. Thanks for joining. Did I play? And I definitely don't still play GT6. And I did play a little bit online, yeah. Back in the day on the PS3. Missed that turning point. I've left myself 4 minutes. The whole point of doing this was to try and improve, and I've given myself no time to practice. See if I can get what to do. 125.7, so geez, I've got to find 7/10. I've got a fair bit to find actually. I got that corner all wrong. Oh. No good. No good. Did you ever do league racing on GT? No, I didn't. No, the only league racing I've ever done is on R Factor. And R Factor 2. That was disappointing. I cocked that up on the last turn because I was actually about 6 tenths up, I think. Way too slow around there. Miles too slow. And this is going to be my last race. I haven't improved my quality time. That is not good going. I have not set out to achieve what I meant to. That's because I sat around mucking around before, instead of using it for quality lap time. Ha, that's okay. I was chatting to you guys, and that's what it's about. That's what I'm here for. If I wanted to focus on my racing, I'd just do it off stream. I did go faster, but not to my potential. Oh, you asshole. You absolute asshole. Well, there you go. I haven't improved in time much. But it is what it is. Since release, you've stuck to the Citroen Group 3. And the Scirocco in the Group 4. Yeah, okay, whatever. Alexander, Group 4 is McGann and Group 3 is Mercedes. Yeah, I like the Mercedes. Thought they nerfed them again. I don't think it's that amazing. Personally, I use some driving aids to aid my limited ability within the game, but will keep practicing in the hope of I will improve. Well, that's Timberwolf. That's exactly the right attitude, and that's. I'm certainly not knocking anyone that uses driving aids. It's quite the opposite. I think if you need them, then use them. They're there for a reason. But yeah, my point was, yeah, I've qualified 9th. That's absolute rubbish, and you can't overtake a Brands Hatch, so it was kind of all a big waste of time, really, wasn't it, for me? Doing it again, but never mind. And I'm being beaten by a Kiwi as well. Look at that, it's 6th place. He's short a couple of stars on his flag. Never mind. You don't see them again dominating as it used to. I think it has been nerfed, and I don't rate it myself. I'm not a fan. Now it's the M4. I do like the M4, I've got to say. You only race the Jaguars. You use the Corvette in both the Group 4 and the Group 3, Moldovich. I use the I did use the Corvette a little bit a while back, but didn't love it. Just didn't seem to have enough grunt or something, so don't know what was going on there. But this is going to be the last race of the stream, guys, so hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. It might be a timely, or a good time, to just ask very gently if you have enjoyed the stream at all, to please do give it a like. Pick a team and stick with it, you reckon? Well, why not? Why not? That's what I say. Why not? That's what I say. Oops. I've got a few likes on the video. One person disliked. Maybe he was a triggered Holden fan, who knows. Good luck, thank you very much, appreciate that. I'm coming out of 9th. It's not where I wanted to be. I know I have more time. In fact, I screwed up one lap where I was over half a second up on my time, so I reckon there was a 134 in me. That's right, I'm 9th now. Try and have a big one for the final race. One person got it wrong. So that's one spot. Got that turn right that time. But again, it's just so difficult to overtake a Brands Hatch. I don't know where I'm going to be able to do it. That is not a good corner to overtake on. Oh, jeez. I've actually saved old mate. There's what I've done. I'm going to sneak past him here. When I hit him, as he was slinging around everywhere, I actually saved him. I think he would have spun if I hadn't have given him that little straighten up. That's okay. That's my Good Samaritan job for the day. Straightened him up, saved the spin, and then overtook him anyway. Oh, old mate there, he's at a rough trot. Just stick myself on the inside there. But he squeezed me, so I backed out of it a little bit. And he's gone defensive, hit the grass again. Try and find a way past here somewhere. That's... just can't be done there. Hopefully if I hound this guy with good pressure. He runs off, but no. Oh, didn't mean to cut in that close. Got away without a penalty. That's probably closer than I would have liked. But I've dropped a lot of time, over a second now to 6th. So time to charge on. 1.5 seconds actually I dropped out of that little mess up, so that's okay. Wish this race was longer. 5 laps is not enough time. This car does sound good. It's an awesome car. I love the Z4. And I'm not a fan of its replacement either. I don't dislike the new Beamer GT3 car, but I much prefer this. Unless you're talking about the road car version, then I would definitely rather have the M6 than the Z4. The Z4 road car is actually pretty ugly. Actually dropping further back at this point. .8 seconds there, so I've actually lost 0.3 of a second to him over the course of the lap. I've pretty much equalled my quality time that lap though, 1:25.5. So at least I'm consistent and can do them in the race. There you go, I've gained a little bit back on him. Back down to 1.1, 2 laps to go. Jeez, I'd love to steal a 5th here. But catching him and passing him are 2 different things. Oh no, I'm wide there. Turned in way too late. There you go, that's a total of 0.8 gained that lap. Could be a bit of biffo here I could take advantage of. Speaking of the newer BMW, there it is. Half a second with the lap to go. And a 1:24.8, where was that in quali? I knew I had it in me. Oh, the big fella out deep. Oh, sorry pal. I feel like there was a bit of lag there. He just braked so early. And it's cost me that spot I picked up too. Oh no, he's stuffed up again. Pressure's got to him. That's 6. Jeez, I'd love to steal one more spot. Didn't do well in that corner, turned in too late. It's quicker than him through there, but I actually had to stay off the power a bit. There's no way to try and sneak up there. So unfortunately, it's going to be a bit of a boring finish. I think I had the pace to get past him, well, as I said before, it was very hard to overtake at Brands Hatch. It is indeed. Don't screw it up. Thanks, Daniel. It was good sound advice at the start of the race. Good luck. Thanks, Ryan. You still watching at work, are you, mate? Got your phone out? Busy then. Dive down the hill, old school BTCC way. Hashtag road to 10,000 subs. Moldavich. Very optimistic, but I like your style there. I like your style. And if anyone hasn't subbed to me, or isn't subbed to me, I do also do, that's a lot of the word do, isn't it? Do. I do do-dos. No, I actually do a lot of Gran Turismo videos as well, so not just the live streams. So, I don't know, that might be worth checking a little bit out. Who knows? You might see something you like, so make sure you go and hit subscribe if you are new to the channel. I have just actually hit 1,500 subscribers, although I'm at 1,515 now, so I've got a few subs there to go and thank for today's stream. Lars, good race. Hard to pass here unless someone makes a mistake. That's exactly right. Solid drive, well done. Thanks, George. Thank you. Appreciate your kind words. Let me check my Gmail. So, I don't know what's going on with, like, the whole point of streaming off the computer. One was to get better quality for you. But I swear I've done everything right. I tested it and it all worked. But obviously when the subscribers came through today, I presume none of you saw a GIF animation on the screen. I certainly didn't hear the sound effect. So I don't know why it's not working. It's something for me to keep working on as a streamer. I'm still pretty new to this whole gig, to be perfectly honest with you. And certainly not what you'd call a good streamer. But I'm trying. It should have had chat up on the stream. Apparently it worked in the early stages and then stopped, and I couldn't fix it. So anyway, doing my best. We'll see how we go next time. But anyway, I think I'm going to end the stream there. I might jump back on later on tonight. So tonight my time, which is going to be, I want to say sort of 10 hours away from now. So whatever time it is, it's probably late at night for anyone in the Northern Hemisphere, I'd imagine. Europeans, US would be getting into the early evening. So, in around about 10 hours time, I reckon I might sneak back for a couple of races. We'll see how we go. Dan Butch, do you race the Group 4s as well? Certainly do. I race whatever's going on. I'm not allergic to racing road cars. It's such a big track, that one today. The Interlagos with a... What is it, an N200? It is not. It's not going to be. Well, it's going to be a long race in that Lancer, is what it's going to be. So that's why I sort of avoid it. If it was a shorter track, if it was Brands Hatch or something, I'd have raced in that as well. And yeah, I did do a Group 4 race too. Open lobby tonight. Don't know. We'll see. See how I'm feeling. It depends if what are the FIA races doing tonight. Today is the 21st, that's the day. Okay, so it's Group 4 at Interlagos, that's cool. That'll be at 10 PM. And oh, I went back. Do I have to pick in that new manufacturer already? This is ridiculous. But I tell you what, I'm actually going to go BMW this time round. Seems like every time I do one FIA manufacturer's race, I literally come in, I sign up. I'm going to go the dirty old black one. And then, oof. Which car do I use? Honestly, I think the Z4. I think I'm going to have to go the Z4. I know it's the old car and I should be going the M6, but whatever. So yeah, I'll look at an open lobby tonight. See how we go. That's if I come back. I can't guarantee anything yet. It depends what's in store for me because I've done it this morning. So the boss might have other things on for me to do tonight. We'll find out. But I may as well utilise. Sunday night's quite a good night to do a live stream. And I may as well utilise it before motorsport season starts because when that starts, I'll be watching Formula 1, I'll be watching MotoGP, which are usually on a Sunday night for me, which means I won't be live streaming, so... Oh, all this rigmarole just to get in and find out what the race is tonight. Crikey Bob. So tonight we've got... Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. What's this top 24 superstars schedule? What does that mean? Can anyone explain that to me? Yeah, the V8 supercars though, they're Sunday afternoon. So that's all cool. That's no worries there at all. I'd have more than enough time to go out and do a Sunday morning stream. And if there's no MotoGP or F1 on that night, on a Sunday night, then I could do a Sunday night stream because the supercars are always done by sort of 6 PM. You're awake the same time Australia. Good night from the UK. Thank you so much for joining me, Lila. Top 10 24 in region. Oh, it disappeared. This is retracted. Was that? Did you retract that or was that Nightbot? Top 24 qualifiers race for extra points. Oh, okay. Why would you want extra points in the practice season? Test season. Anyway, I suppose they're trying new things. Good on them for that. Good on them for trying new things. I wish they'd try more new things though. If I'm being honest with you. Ooh, I got myself a playtime bonus. I've hit the magical... is it 100 hours you get that? 100 hours. I'm halfway through level 31. Let's check out what my driver ranking is. It's still B, obviously. It's been B for pretty much the entire time I've owned Gran Turismo. Oh, we'll see that up here, don't I? Oh, it's getting there. It's getting there, but it's, jeez, it's awfully slow. Today probably didn't help because I didn't have the best results. Great stream, you're going to bed, George. No worries, I'm going to end the stream right now. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining me. Remember to hit like if you've enjoyed the video, and dislike, I guess, if you didn't. And hit subscribe for more. Hopefully I'll see you all in the next stream. Thank you very much for joining me. Bye for now.